England and later the United Kingdom has had 56 monarchs. This is how all of them died. Alfred the Great died on October 26, 899. Evidence available points to inflammatory bowel disease with a particular inclination towards Crohn's disease. He was age 50. Edward the Elder died on July 17, 942, from wounds gained from fighting in the Chester Revolt. He was age 50. Aethelstan died on October 27, 939. His cause of death is unknown, however it's believed his death was natural causes. He was age 45. Edmund the Magnificent was assassinated on the 26th of May 946. He was stabbed to death at a feast, at the age of 25. Edard died on November the 23rd and his cause of death was chronic illness, most likely a digestive or internal disorder, at the age of 42. Eadwig died on the 1st of October 959. His cause of death is unknown, at the age of 19. Edgar the Peaceful died on the 8th of July 975 and his cause of death is also unknown, at the age of 31. Edward the Martyr was assassinated on the 18th of March 978. He was stabbed with a dagger. He was age 16. Thelad the Unready died on April 23, 1016. His cause of death isn't known, but it's believed that it was natural causes or a illness. He was age 48. Sweyn Forkbeard died on February 3, 1014. His death is unknown, but some theorize that he was killed. Other sources say he died after falling off a horse. He was age 50. Edmund Ironside died on the 30th of November 1016. Historians believed he ever died of natural cause or was assassinated. Many people believe he was killed on the toilet by the Viking hiding in the hole and stabbing him in the posterior, but this has not been confirmed. He was age 25. Canute the Great died on November 12, 994. His cause of death is not well documented, but it is believed that he died of natural causes at the age of 41. Harold Harefoot died on March 17, 1040. His death is yet again unknown. He was age 25. Harthacnut died on June 8, 1042. Historical sources suggests he collapsed and died after drinking alcohol, possibly from a stroke or heart attack, at the age of 24. Edward the Confessor died on January 5, 1066. His cause of death is believed to be a series of strokes. He was age 60. Harold Godwinson died on October 14, 1066, at the Battle of Hastings. He was killed by an arrow that struck him in the eye, putting an end to Anglo-Saxon rule. He was age 44. William the Conqueror, or the Bastard, died on the 9th of September, 1087. His cause of death was his horse reared up during a 1087 battle, throwing him against his saddle pommel so forcefully that his intestines ruptured at the age of 59. William II died on August 2, 1100. He died after being shot by an arrow whilst hunting in the New Forest at the age of 43. Henry I died on December 1, 1135. His cause of death allegedly from eating too many lampreys. He was age 66. Stephen died on the 25th of October, 1154. He fell ill at Dover with a bowel disorder and internal bleeding at the age of 58. Henry II died on the 6th of July, 1189. His cause of death is dysentery at the age of 56. Richard the Lionheart died on April 6, 1199. He was shot with a crossbow, which hit him in the shoulder or neck. The wound became infected, and despite efforts to treat it, he developed gangrene at the age of 41. John died on October 19, 1216. His cause of death is dysentery at the age of 49. Henry III died on the 16th of November 1272. His cause of death was likely natural causes at the age of 37. Edward I died on the 7th of July 1307. His cause of death was dysentery at the age of 68. Edward II died on September 21, 1327. His cause of death was probably by violence after he was imprisoned. Edward III died on the 21st of June 1312. His cause of death was a stroke at the age of 64. Richard II died on February 14, 1400. His cause of death was either by murder or by starvation at the age of 33. Henry IV died on the 20th of March 1413. His cause of death might have been leprosy or syphilis from a severe skin condition he had. He also suffered attacks of some other illness that might have been epilepsy or a heart condition at the age of 45. Henry V died on August 31, 1422. His cause of death was dysentery at the age of 35. Henry VI died on May 21, 1471. He was imprisoned in the Tower of London, where he was murdered at the age of 49. Edward IV died on the 9th of April 1483. His cause of death was unknown, but people theorize that it was an illness. He was age 40. Edward V died in around August to September 1483. He was murdered after being imprisoned at the Tower of London. He was 13. Richard III died on August 22, 1485. His cause of death was injuries to the head gained from the Battle of Bosworth Field at the age of 32. Henry VII died on April 21, 1509. His cause of death was tuberculosis. He was age 52. Henry VIII died on January 28, 1547. His cause of death is debated, but people believe it was natural causes or it was health issues related to his obesity. He was age 55. Edward VI died on the 6th of July 1553. His cause of death is tuberculosis at age 15. Mary I died on November 17, 1558. Her cause of death is unknown, but people believe she died of cancer. She was age 42. Elizabeth I died on March 24, 1603. Her cause of death is unknown, but the most popular theory was blood poisoning. She was age 69. James I died on March 27, 1625. His cause of death is a stroke. He was age 58. Charles I died on January 30, 1649. He was beheaded for treason after losing the English Civil War. He was age 48. Charles II died on February 6, 1685. His cause of death was a stroke at the age of 54. James II died on September 16, 1701. His cause of death was a stroke. He was age 67. William III died on March 8, 1702. His cause of death is combination of pneumonia and complications from a fall he sustained from his horse. He was age 51. Mary II died on December 28, 1694. Her cause of death is smallpox at the age of 32. Anne died on August 1, 1714. Her cause of death is a stroke. She was age 49. George I died on June 11, 1727. His cause of death was also a stroke. He was age 67. George II died on October 25, 1760. His cause of death was acute aortic dissection, a serious condition in which a tear occurs in the inner layer of the body's main artery, aorta. He was age 76. George III died on January 29, 1820. His cause of death was a liver-based disease. He was age 81. George IV died on June 26, 1830. His cause of death upper gastrointestinal bleeding. He was age 67. William IV died on June 20, 1837. His cause of death was heart failure. He was age 71. Victoria died on January 22, 1901. Her cause of death was a stroke. She was age 81. Edward VII died on May 6, 1910. His cause of death was pneumonia, which developed after he suffered a stroke. He was age 68. George V died on January 20, 1936. His cause of death was from the royal physician injecting him with a mixture of cocaine and morphine, so he became ill. He was age 70. Edward VIII died on May 28, 1972. His cause of death was throat cancer. He was age 77. George VI died on February 6, 1952. His cause of death was coronary thrombosis, a blocking of blood flow to the heart. He was age 56. Elizabeth II died on September 8, 2022. Her cause of death was old age, but also she was suffering from a form of bone marrow cancer. She was 96.